Family, it's your girl Tootie Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to the squad, S&T, Drip Set, what it do. I appreciate you guys for coming back and tuning in. I love you, I love you, I love you the long way. Listen, my name is Tamika, aka Toot. Welcome to Sister Sunday. I appreciate everybody for tapping in with Toot. Look. Today's episode for Sister Sunday is going to be when life gets a life. All right. I picked this particular topic because I had at least 17 DMs of ladies from everywhere that just sometimes could not have seemed to get it right this week. I myself was one of them. I had a number of things that was just going back to back to back. And now, see, here's the thing. You could plan for certain things. Like, I knew my father's anniversary of his death was coming up, right? So I say to myself, even the year that I just celebrated, next year I'm going to do this. You know, and you try to plan for these things, but no matter what your plan is, sometimes you can never be prepared for certain things. And that's why I'm going to talk about when life get to life. Because if it's nothing that we can't all relate to inside of this chat, is that life is going to life. Sometimes it's going to be absolutely having no way of how we going to pay these bills. We going to work every day, too. We working 40 hours. We even get more shifts. And it seemed like soon as you do that and you're trying to counter, you know what I mean, lifing, it's still, at the end of the week when you get that check, it still ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. What is going on? It can even be you trying to get yourself where you're trying to talk some sense into them kids. You got that one you just trying to put yourself into, and they just not getting it right now. Life. You could be the best parent in the world, but that still does not mean that your child might not fall short. It's not to just take shots at you. See, life. You dig? It could be a relationship you've been holding on to, and you know you don't need it. You know it's not doing nothing for you, sir. But you stay there. Because sometimes you rather be miserable and comfortable, right, than broken happy. Life. Some people understand where I'm coming from. Some of the things that I talk about in this in these episodes, I want you to understand it's real life. There's things that I've experienced. It's things that I've seen other women experience. And sometimes we just don't have an outlet where we could talk about these things. All right? So I'm saying this because this is one thing I want you guys to understand. It's almost kind of like a cheat code, right? Life gon' life. When you just know it's going to happen, you're a little bit better prepared. It's not going to give you the best preparation, but you know it's going to happen. But see, what I want you guys to stop doing is thinking that when life, that is always your fault. Because it's not. Sometimes it's God teaching us things that we're not just seeing right away, right? He's giving us these signs that this person that we're in a relationship with, big red flags. He like, shit. He dropping them. You did? He dropping them in your face, bro. He telling you like, man ain't right, right? He giving you these signs, but then we ignore it. So then that's when God get to like teaching us life. Oh, you ain't get it this way, so I'm gonna make you have to bump your head this way. See, sometimes we got to look at the bigger picture, and that's what I had to look at this week. At first, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm human. I was mad as hell. You know, I cussed. I argued. I fussed with God because, listen, that's what me and God do. I'm on a one-on-one basis with God. I am. I'm going to talk to God the way that I know he going to want me to talk to him. And this week, I was a little upset, so I had to let him know how I feel. And that's the thing. You don't got to sugarcoat anything when you talk to God. Say it with your whole chest and mean it. But here's the thing. We can't pray for certain things and ask for certain things, right? Do it and still stress over it. See, that's what I was doing wrong. And I understand why God made life keep lifing, because I wasn't getting it. He telling me, sit down, say what you feel with your whole chest, and have faith in me to fix it. I wasn't patient enough. You know how we get. We pray when we want it to happen immediately. Because this bill is still due on Monday. You did. Let's talk about it. You know, this bill is due by Monday. I only got $37. This bill 145. So when I go ahead and I say this prayer, I need actions immediately. See, that's how we think, right? That's how we think. We don't understand that sometimes, even though we praying about it on Thursday, right? The bill is due on Monday. So we looking by Friday. We gotta have that. Because, we good people. That's what we saying in our heart, right? But see, we get so impatient. And we don't have faith in God sometimes. So on Friday and Saturday, we still worrying about something that we already done gave to God or supposed to have gave to God, right? So Friday and Saturday, we done messed up our whole weekend because we stressing because this bill is due on Monday. You feel me? Now, if we was patient enough, we might have been able to see, or if we had more faith enough, we might have known that it was going to be a check in that mail Monday morning that we didn't even know was coming. But God said, man, you prayed to me. You supposed to have faith in me, but didn't you still worry? Nah, I'm going to make that check come on Tuesday morning for you. The bill going to be all right, but you going to suffer for this one. See, that's sometimes what happened. And we got to be able to be okay in the moments when life is lifing, because sometimes it's teaching us something bigger than what we see at the moment, if that make any sense. Now, drop down in the chat, right? Have you ever had a situation come up and it came out the blue and you like, what the heck just happened? You feel me? And you get to saying like, yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then out of nowhere, he gave you favor. Drop it down. Drop it down. I need to know for real. I'm gonna be very transparent with you, right? I got Sister Sunday coming up. I do. And it's the first time that I'm going to have supporters coming from a lot of different places to come and vibe with me. So, of course, I'm trying to be very bougie with it. I want to give you guys an experience that you never had before. So I'm not going to lie to you. I was cashing out. You know what I mean? There's one day in particular, I probably had $17 and I got finished getting the shirts and the things and the party packs and things that I need to get, right? And I was like, yo, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. So there's no way that I could just have $17. I don't get paid for another 2 weeks. You dig? This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm going through in my brain, right? But then I come here and I get on Twitch. Somebody just randomly donated me $50. Another person donated me $50. And where I had $17 coming on Twitch with no expectations of anything, now I end up on Twitch with $147. Now, a lot of people going to probably hear this and be like, $147? I mean, what is that? I'm going to tell you what it's going to do. It helped me. And it was the one time, right? Because I'm learning this growth thing, because you're not going to get it overnight. It's just no way it's going to work for you overnight. It don't work. It's a gradual process. That's why this Sister Sunday, we be getting better one day at a time. So to y'all, it's $147. To me, it was favor. And see, when you have favor, it's no limit on that. You feel me? And then I had to pat myself on the back, because it was this one time when I had my $17 that I prayed on it and I really, truly let it go. I said, man, listen, I stressed the last time and it got me nowhere. I'm about to pray and I'm about to go ahead and have a good time with my family on this Twitch. I told y'all, I came on here and told y'all, I said, look, I'm having a week, I'm having a time. You feel me? But I came on here and I was just happy to be around the family. Because I get DMs like, Toot, you do so much for me. Cap! Y'all do so much for me. So I didn't worry. I didn't stress. Got out the car with my $17 after I prayed. Because, I sat in the car, cried a little bit. Because sometimes we got to do that. Don't bottle it in. You ain't supposed to. If you got to cry, cry. I cry. So I cried and I came on here on Twitch. And then I got blessed. So I came in here with $17. But then I came off with $147. I was able to get me a Chick-fil-A with the Sunjoy, supersize. My point of what I'm saying is that sometimes us as women, right, we're already looked at differently. And I'm going to be very transparent, black women especially. See, we're not allowed to hurt, right? We're not allowed to even have those down periods where we can really embrace the hurt. Because we always got to work. Now, see, here's the thing. Like, a lot of us have children. And we're taking care of our households. And life don't stop. And Lord knows if we even frown about it, then we become a bitter black woman. We can't vent. Lord knows if we vent, oh, she bitter. You see where I'm going with this? We don't have a lot of outlets. Life is gonna life. That's why we have to break down this thing that we have amongst each other to where we like look at each other so weird. We look at a person that's going through something and we act like we didn't just go through it. So now we looking at this young lady real stank like. Like she's not allowed to go through the same things that we went through. And this is a thing that we do constantly amongst one another. I see situations online and it bothers me so bad the amount of women that critique other women. And it's usually people that mirror me, people that look just like me. And that's why Sister Sunday was started, okay? We need a platform to where we can be us unapologetically, okay? And stand in everything that we believe in. And if we express ourselves and we are passionate about something, it don't make us bitter. It just makes us tired as hell. And sometimes you have to vent to be able to grow. And see, when people don't allow us to do that, it stunts our growth, right? It does. It does just that. It stunts our growth. It's not helping us not one bit. It's stunting us. Because we don't got no outlet. We're supposed to be able to pick up these kids even when his ass don't want to do it. But we got to be okay with that. You know what I mean? And if we speak on it, Lord knows if we speak on it, we a bitter baby mama. That's just one episode. You know what I mean? We could do these things over and over and over again, and we're still going to be recognized for being bitter. But I'm here to tell you right here, right now, you ain't bitter at all. You just tired as hell. And you have every right to live in that. For you to be able to grow, you got to be able to truly feel. So when you feel the good times, you got to also feel that pain. Because without that pain, you're not going to even understand what you don't want in your life. So when you go through pain, don't try to suppress it by jumping on somebody else or being with somebody else. None of that ain't going to matter. You got to be able to sit your ass down in that pain and feel it. Feel it to a capacity to where it pisses you off so bad. So when you walk away from it, you know exactly what you don't want. You don't go and mimic what you just came from. See, that's the problem. Us as black women, we try to love the fuck out of everybody. Excuse my French, but listen, this is not church. This is right now what we're having is a congregation, and I'm going to talk to y'all real, okay? We try to love everybody so much, and then we don't have nothing left for ourselves. I'm telling y'all in 2023, stop doing that. This year it's okay to be a little selfish. Because, see, we expected to do that. We expected to be okay with just constantly being hurt. That's what we're supposed to be. That we're supposed to be okay with doing that. Because Lord knows if we say something about it, then we're labeled as bitter. So instead of saying something, we submerge it. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. You got to say forget about it. And I'm telling you, we've been apologetic for too long. Sit in that pain. If you mad as hell about it, tell them you mad as hell about it. You dig? Because we're not going to constantly have to be the strong ones. You ever been just the person that always got to pick up the pieces? It don't matter what you do. It's like, I got to fix everything. And then when you need fixing, you know what happens. Drop it in the comments. What happened when you need fixing? When you need to fixing, what happens? Tell me. Just drop it. When it's time for you to get poured back into, what happened? Huh? Yeah, y'all saying it. You see what I'm talking about? We all relate to these things. So why are we so damn terrible to each other? I say this every Sister Sunday. If we're not going to bond or be bonded by anything, it should be our traumas as black women. Hell, as women. We are the most unappreciative creature in the world. And then you look at these vlogs and you look at these sites and you just see these men, because a lot of them followed the great Kevin Samuels. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it was some truths with him, but you got these men now that always want to feel like we're their worst enemy. Do you hear that out loud? Black men feel like black women are their worst enemy. I see it, you see it. Anything happens, a black man gonna blame the black woman. It don't matter nothing that we did or how we sacrificed. When they don't have one thing that they want done their way, then we are a bitter black woman. We're not a ride or die. You know what I'm saying? There's almost 50,000 black women that are sitting in the prison right now across the world for committing a crime for a black man. I said the numbers right, 50,000. There are 50,000 women in prison right now for committing a crime for a black man. There is a black woman right now who have not got a dime or child support from a black man. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm gonna get real deep on this one here. There's a woman right now who had just came from a clinic because her health was jeopardized by a black man that she loves so much. There's a black woman right now who don't even know her worth because this black man degrades her daily in the house that she pays for. You get what I'm going with this? We have to stop settling as black women. We've been hurt too long. And it's not fair to us. And we're not going to keep going back and forth with these black men in these comments, because if you know, you know. We do this a lot. We settle. We be okay with these dumbass terms that people call us. If we don't fit the criteria to certain IG models, then we just don't care about ourselves. Some of the black men that disrespect us love they black mamas. That makes sense to you? Some of the black men that disrespect us so much love they black mamas. But then they can't see the mamas in us washing their clothes, paying for their haircuts, getting them the J's that they said they couldn't get because they had to get their daughter something, cap. And all of these things that we contribute as black women, we give out. We give out to our men. We give out to our children. We give out to our mamas sometimes. We give it out to so many damn people. And then when it comes down to us being filled back up because we ain't got nothing to give to ourselves, and then we finally snap, they don't look at our hurt. And they don't look at the reason for our pains or anything like that. You know what they look at? She a bitter black woman. We're not even allowed to hurt in real time. Sometimes a black woman can just have a child, girl, go home, and it already starts. Baby ain't even 24 years old yet. Black men don't look at the times that in childbirth we can die. They don't care. See, this is what I'm saying. We have to stop being so terrible to each other and become an ally to each other. Because if it's only one thing that I can keep saying is that we are going to always be connected by certain traumas. It's just the way that it is. Now, it's going to be women on this chat right now that's going to identify with each other off rip. You might have been hurt. when you was younger, because Lord knows, just growing up as a woman child alone, sometimes all you do is be born a girl. And the trauma starts there. So it's going to be a lot of people that can relate to this type of stuff. It's going to be women that's going to be able to relate to having or being in a relationship where they feel so stagnant. You've been with this nigga for 6 years and you ain't went nowhere, sir. You know the truth. But see, we try to love the right out of these folks, and it's so wrong. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's us. It's us being hurt. It's us not being able to have what we need to be able to give to the people who they need to give it to. Like, it's certain people we pour into that we shouldn't be pouring into. And then the people that want to pour in us, we overlook. Because by that time, we mad as hell. And sometimes we have every right to be. But here, this is what I'm saying to you, sis. Life is gonna life. It's gonna happen. There's nothing me, you, or the women before us that could do that could change it. Life is gonna life. But who we are, when life is life, and who we are after that situation is who we are. I hope you understood that, because I'm really, really speaking from my heart, y'all. We have to look at each other differently. We got to stop basing social media on what we should be. We got to stop following trends. You know in your heart what is morally right. You don't have to go with the majority. You feel me? Sometimes you got to be all right with standing alone in your truth. You feel me? You got to be able to do that. Now listen, I'm finna ask the chat right now. This past week, was life lifing for you? If you had a great week, don't listen to us. Pass us by. But if this last week that happened, I just want to know in the chat, how many people was life lifing? I can't see, but we got like, what, 102 people on this chat. A majority of the people said yes. Do you understand what I mean by that we're bonded by trauma? And I guarantee you, when every woman was going through what they was going through, right? They felt like they was just by themselves, that they were alone. You're not. And that's what we got to start understanding and start embracing in each other. We got to start seeing the beauty in each other as women, y'all. We already get kicked down so much by the people that's supposed to love us, the kings, our mamas, our children. Somebody just said in the chat that it goes back to slavery days, and indeed it does. And I tell people a lot that learned behavior is a mug. You'll be surprised the things that you'll bring into your relationship that you are not even knowing that you're doing, just because it was the thing, it was the way that you were taught. And I'm going to be very, very candid with us too, ladies. Some of the ways that we were taught is not appropriate. So we bring that trauma in relationships sometimes, and we expect for these men to understand us. Nah. First of all, a man can't explain or cannot understand anything that we don't understand. And that's why I encourage people to learn yourself as a black woman. Because if you don't know you, then you're not going to have the confidence to show him who you are. Okay? Because see, when you don't know who you are, what happens is you just get submerged or you get suffocated into who we think he wants us to be. Or that girl wants us to be. See, we become puppets to them. But see, when we know what we want, we go into the relationship different. You know what I mean? It's just certain things that we're not going to accept. And that's where we got to be sometimes. I told someone, I think it was 2 Sister Sundays ago. I said the worst thing a woman can do when she first meets someone that she's interested in is to talk about any of the traumas that she went through in her prior relationship. See, ladies, let me explain something. I'm going to be very, very candid with y'all, right? You would think that when you meet somebody that you're interested in and you go sit down and you had that meal for the first time, right? You would think that talking about your ex is going to embellish you as a woman. So you telling this man who you sitting across to eating your lobster and steak dinner, right? And you tell him, yeah, he wasn't nothing. I came home. This nigga was in the bed with my best friend. He didn't pay no bills. I did everything. I took care of him. I even watched his kids on the weekend when he went out just to do him wrong. Sis, you're not helping yourself. You're introducing another fool to be able to do the same thing over again. You give him a whole blueprint. He just know not to sleep with this lady in your bed. He said, shit, I ain't gonna be worse than him. I'm at least smash on the couch. Stop telling these folks your traumas right away. It's not helping you, sir. It's not. It's giving these men a blueprint on what to do to you. See, just the way they gotta earn your little fur burger. I'm going to say fur burger because we on YouTube. But you know what I'm saying. The way that you want him to earn your fur burger, you should want him to earn your traumas. Why would you tell this man everything you went through that hurt you the most on the first date, sir, and then you don't understand why he don't respect you? We got to do the opposite. If you want to know something about me, you got to earn that. Men do it. But see, we look at men and we say, oh, he's just unemotional. No. He's protecting his emotions because he knows that once he go ahead and open up and let us know some of his childhood traumas, it makes him vulnerable as hell. But we as women, we do it. We start it. We come in it vulnerable. Nah. You got to do the opposite. You're giving this man who you know nothing about a blueprint on what to do. Now, ladies, in this chat, how many people have met someone? And be transparent, because I've done it. How many women has met someone, right? You go on and you're talking on the phone, it feel good, you got the slow music in the background, you all up under the covers, you talking to this man, and you letting this man know what your ex did to you that hurt you, but you told him right away. And how many women that did that, man did they talk to, became that man? I want to know. I just really want to know. I want to know. We got to stop doing that. I forgot I was on YouTube, but it's good. We everywhere with it. Ladies, when you meet somebody and you meet a man, okay? The first date, he should not be allowed to know what hurts you the most. I'm saying this with my whole heart. We got to rebrand the way we think. Make him earn your trauma. Because we ain't go through this shit for no reason. And we just giving it to you. We might as well give him our fur burger. Because our traumas is more deep than me. Let me tell you something. You can have sex with someone that you have absolutely no emotions with. But when you give somebody your trauma, you are giving a person a piece of you. And that lobster dinner that he's paying for is not worth it. Instead, flipping on his ass. Ask him, why is he here on the date? Sir, why are we here? Why you want to take me out? And don't tell me the obvious. I know I look good. I know you want to smash. That I know that part. But why you want to take me out? They not going to do nothing when we give them our traumas on the first date, but use that shit as a blueprint to hurt us even worse. They're going to play off that. If we telling the person that we sat down with on the first date, man, my ex, man, he never bought me flowers. What do you think this nigga's gonna do to make himself appear different? He gonna go to Publix and he gonna get you flowers, sir. Duh. See, when you don't tell him that, now he gotta get you flowers on his own accord. And guess what? You might find out by day 3 that that nigga is just like the one you just left. And the only reason why you know this is because you didn't give him a cheat code. You didn't give him a cheat sheet. If you go into this man and say, yeah, man, my man never took me out to dinner, man. The only place that we ever went was to Chick-fil-A. He never took me somewhere and set me down. Guess what he gonna do to get in your drawers a little quicker? Ooh, that nigga's about to take you to STK. Oh, he finna drop 150. But guess what he gonna have after that meal? An expectation. Because guess what you just did to that man? You just told him that you never was taken out to dinner by your previous dude, right? He heard that. He heard that loud and clear. Oh, I'm finna fuck her up with this one. I'm about to take her here, boy. And then they give you the complimentary. Oh, I'm about to get her with this one. Then you go there, you all giddy inside. Oh, man, he done took me out. Well, sis, you told him to. You just don't know that you told him to. But anyway, let's proceed. Now, you feel what I'm saying? What you've done is built the expectation. Because you done already told him that this nigga didn't do it. So now he done did it. Guess what he want from you now? He got something to hold over your head. Stop doing that, sis. I'm telling y'all, life get to life and sometimes because of the things that we do. We got to take accountability over the things that we can control. Stop handing these men your trauma on a first date. Your trauma should be like your poop box. You should make every man earn it. Because your traumas is going to be more sacred than your own poop box. I'm hoping y'all really listening to me. We've all done this. You're giving them a blueprint to hurt you more, sis. Let them earn it. Life get to life. Now look, y'all. There's one thing I want to talk about as women, and I really want to know in the chat. What is it about another woman, right, that make you inferior? And the reason why I ask this question is because, and I mean, I'm going to be real, a lot of us is not going to answer it, but I see it daily on social media. You know what I'm saying? On the Shade Room. I see how we talk to each other. And I just want to know sometimes, what makes you type some degrading shit to another woman? And it's crazy because I was waiting and it didn't go as quick this time like how we was answering everything else. Because, see, this is accountability that a lot of women don't want to take accountability for. We are terrible to each other. Fucking horrible. Some things that said, I can't even believe it. It was a situation that I was just looking at, right? And it was the Erica Mena and Safari situation. Now, Safari is dating another woman now. And he gifted her twins 2 Rolex watches. These babies is not even they can't tell time. They can't tell time. However, Erica came on there and she expressed, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He don't even do this for his own children. And there's so many women, right, that are Ericas. Let's be real, okay? There's so many women that have these men in their lives that they chose to be their fathers. And that's what we got to take accountability for. That brings me back to that table conversation, giving them the traumas right away. See, stop doing that. Because if you take that out of the equation, then you'll have a better eye picking out the man you want to procreate with. See, when you don't give him your traumas right away, he can't put a mask on and be anything other than who he truly is. Challenge him to be who he truly is. Don't give him a cheat code, sir. But anyway, a lot of women was in the comments. I read it. Erica, well, you chose him. Yeah, she did. And you knew what you was signing up for. Yeah, she did. But women, you knew too, right? And we would take so much time and spend so much time taking shots at each other on what we should have done that we let this nigga get away with the most heinous thing in the world. First of all, how are you going to give this woman kids something that you haven't even gifted your own children? Let's start there. Now, the gifting was not the problem to me. It was the value in the gift. And it also says to me that he did that purposely. And see, only the real women is going to be able to recognize that type of behavior. He didn't do that to be able to get them kids no Rolexes. He did that because he knew it was going to hurt Erica. Now, we all seen Erica. We know that Erica be Erica. She no different from any one of us. We've all experienced certain things. So that's why I don't understand why we get on this internet and we acting like saints. You ever see these situations where you got women blaming other women more than the culprit himself? Men get away with shit scot-free and we still support them and everything, but then we would crucify each other. I don't understand. Men do this a lot. I'm almost willing to bet you cash money. When Erica Mena sat down with Safari, she gave him a cheat code. That's why she was so in love that first 2 years. Because he knew what the last one did. And for that year, he said, I ain't going to do none of that. Not right now anyway. I got to wait till I get her. I got to get in here first. So I'm going to act so damn like the prince. Like I'm going to act like the knight in shining armor on her ass. I'm going to do it, dog. You feel me? I'm going to do it. She handed him the cheat code. That's why 3 years later, she don't know who she procreated with. That's our fault, women. Now, we can blame these men all we want to, but see, that's what we have to be accountable for. We got to stop giving these niggas keys to our house before we know them. We don't even challenge these men before they're in our bedrooms. You ever been in a relationship with a man where you feel like he know everything about you, but you don't know shit about him? And then later on, you find out that he had a little daughter in Montgomery that he ain't seen in years. And maybe if you would have challenged him on that first dinner to know that he had to tell you the truth, otherwise he ain't gonna have no more dinners, then you would have known he had a daughter in Montgomery. And you would have been able to ask the questions like, well, why you don't see your daughter? And he would have gave you some bullshit excuse, but he would have gave you an excuse good enough to know, say, oh yeah, red flag. Let me remove myself from the equation. Men don't give us their traumas right away. And that's one thing I can say that they're very great at. And I can respect that. Because as a woman, we shouldn't get their traumas right away, just like they shouldn't get ours. And that's on period. It's certain things that we do have to be accountable for. Now, Erica Mena, as bad as it was, yes, she did choose the wrong man to procreate with. But I mean, he told her a lot that he didn't want children. We all seen it. Take what these men say at face value. Stop thinking as black women, right? We can love the right out of their ass. We can't. You can love a man with your whole heart, son. If he don't respect you as a woman, the relationship is already doomed. So what I'm saying to you guys is that we got to start demanding respect from that first sit down. See, we be so quick to want to go out to STK, to this restaurant he taking us to, so we can put our plate on IG, because he done spent $200. You know what I mean? We want to be able to post that. Life is going to life with us. This platform here is for us to be able to recognize that life is going to life. But see, look, we cannot stunt each other's growth as women, especially as black women. We got to uplift each other. And if we start being morally correct, it'll start doing a domino effect. We see it all the time right now on social media. If one person says something, right, a lot of people going to run with their comment. You see how the public can get swayed so easy? Imagine if we all started doing the right thing. But it's definitely an individual effort. But we have to build each other up. If you don't take anything that I'm saying away from this episode, right? We have to do better to build each other up. Now, there's going to be some people that you got to walk away from, and that's understandable. But see, sometimes we stun each other's growth before we even know what's going on, and we got to just do better with that. We are the most unappreciative creature on this earth, the black woman. And anybody who don't agree with me, you can miss me with it. Because I'm just not speaking out of my ass. I'm speaking out of experience, and I read a lot. We are the most unappreciative creature on this earth. Period. Let's stop being unappreciated. Let's start appreciating each other first, so then these niggas can be held to a different standard. Because guess what? If we all start being on the same page with the way that we carry and we operate and the things that we demand from these men, guess what? He gonna get tired of us. Because when he go sit down at that dinner and we ain't giving him them traumas right away, well, he gonna look and say, oh man, I can't manipulate her. And don't be the woman to say, I got this one. You see how you just took his whole strength from him? Next time a man go to take your ass out, don't tell him nothing about your traumas. Ask him nothing but things about him. And then when the bill come, say, I got this. Watch how powerless you just left him. Now guess what he got to do? He got to think with you. Ooh, he got to come out the box. Oh, she different. Now imagine if he got aggravated by that and say, I'm not finna waste my time with her. I couldn't get over on her. But then he go on a date with the next one and she do the same shit. Ooh, guess what's gonna happen to that man? He gonna have to grow up, dog. Otherwise, he gonna be left behind. See, that's the standard we gotta start setting this shit on. Because I ain't gonna lie, one sometimes gonna ruin it for us all. You did. But can you imagine that shit? Can you imagine what the group chats with these niggas will be like? Because they talk more than we do. Oh, these new men is different. These new men is different. It's so easy to see through them. And we are giving them the cheat code. Stop giving folks the cheat code, sir. You better than the cheat code? We does this. It's simple. Take their egos from them. They already saying we trying to demasculate them. Is that how you say it? Emasculate them? We'll do it. But do it in a way that is going to provide comfort for you. To where you don't have to sit here and settle for shit. They want us to settle and we ain't settling no more. Period. You dig what I mean? Look, you guys, it's important for us to be sisters on and off this here internet. Give grace to another woman. Give grace to another woman. Now, I want everybody to make sure that you hit my DM, because we are going back and we're resuming. Last Sunday, it was an observance of Easter, so we didn't really get a chance to be able to nominate the next queen. But like I said, I picked my queen last week. I nominated Mama Shay. I felt like she's a very great woman, and we were able to treat her out for lunch just to give the woman or women that we feel are really dope our flowers. So what I'm going to ask you guys for this week is I want you to resume that. I want you to hit my DM. And it don't have to be a dissertation, but I want you to send me a picture of a woman that you want to give your flowers to. I want you to salute this woman, and I want you to tell me why. And the best one, we're going to recognize and we're going to celebrate that woman, because you know what? We don't celebrate each other enough, and we're going to start doing that on this platform. If nobody else is going to give you your flowers, you're going to get it today here. Because I know what we're up against, ladies. And it's not simple. Sometimes we got to work while we hurt. Do you understand how that shit sounds out loud? Sometimes we got to work and we got to function. And we got to be the best we can be, even through our own traumas and hurt. Do you hear how that's time? We don't even have time to relax. We got to give each other grace here. Now, some people do this shit for likes and views. We do this for real. We are helping women one episode at a time, and it's a beautiful damn thing. And guess what? It makes me proud as hell, even on the days that I got $17. That if somebody hit that Sister Sunday Instagram and they in need, we there. That brings me joy. In a way, it makes me richer than motherfucker. It do. We have to be that to each other. Sometimes another woman just need an ear. Sometimes another woman just needs to be able to feel like her without feeling like she's been ridiculed for every aspect of her. We are the pains. We are the hurts. We are the uncertainties. We are the ones that got to stomach every pain we go through. We are that. Embrace that. But we got to be able to have a connection with one another to be able to understand that if there's nothing in this world that is going to connect us as women, it should be those trauma. Because we all done went through them. You're not going to tell me you haven't experienced something. And if you have not, then you know what? That's a blessing. I've seen, before we head off, I've seen grown women in the comment section of the situation that's going on right now with Armand and Regine. Grown women projecting on children. See, you got to let people bump their heads, even in relationships. Without the traumas, without the hurts, we don't be able to understand the lessons. You got to sometimes let these children, and heavy on the children, go through these situations. Stop bringing your grown ass over there thinking that them children is going to do what your ass is doing at 52, at 22. Stop it. It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. You are expecting for a 22-year-old to be able to understand what you understand at 45, 52. You went through the lessons, sis. Stop stunting their growth and let them bump their heads. How in the hell is they love gonna get stronger if you don't let them bump their heads? Stop projecting your grown ass on children. Oh, I would never let that happen. You would never let that happen now. But at 22, you did. Shut up. I'm sick of it. For real. We got to stop. Stop stunting people's growth. It's sickening. People say, Toot, why you so positive? Why you kiss ass? I'm not kissing no ass. Oh, no. I done learned to love for life. No, I ain't kissing no ass. But what I do is I give these women grace. If I know a young lady is 23 years old, I know she is no fucking way she can learn what I've learned so far. So how I'm gonna call her stupid for something she ain't even had the privilege of learning yet? It's not kissing ass, it's called grace. It's called understanding that this girl, just like me, is gonna have to bump her head. Stop acting like that. Once you stop projecting, you can build that young lady up a little bit more. Because all you doing is talking about it in the comment section. Grown ass. Stop it. It drives me berserk. It does. Look, you guys. I love y'all with all my heart. I want us to be better one episode at a time. We need each other now more than ever. Black women, we need each other more now than ever. And I wish that people would understand that. We could be a force to be reckoned with if we just stop and really look at the woman that's standing next to us and beside us. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in for Sister Sunday. I hope you guys and the people who just came here for the first time, you come back next week. The episode is going to be outrageous. I'm just getting warmed up, y'all. I'm just getting warmed up. See, a lot of people do this type of shit for likes and views and stuff. I do it for real. I've been turtle ticking on this platform and I'm okay with that. I'm all right with God's speed because in the midst of all of this, I'm learning as I'm going. And it's making me stronger. And I appreciate it.